Oh Lord. Tide ho. Oh Lord. Ho tide. Lord.
Oh
Tide
my.
ho. Wait a minute. Oh Lord. So yes, today we are talking about
Hey
BET, the
guys.
encore. Oh girl, we
What's
keep it in there. Keep that in there. Hello.
going on, girls
I'm doing
and
fine,
guys?
girl. I'm just ready to
Binaries.
start.
I forgot. I got to call y'all too. Non-binaries. You know, they and them's. All of
You
y'all.
calling me them? You calling me them?
I said they and them's. I said they and them's.
They and the girl wig. Shut up. Oh yeah. Oh girl, why am I thinking you was calling me that? It didn't even click. I said, what is she saying? I'm like, I didn't say I was. I don't know what she talking
Girl,
about. Maybe she knows
you know I
something I
call
don't
you
know.
girl. With that busted
Yeah,
wig. I
sure.
call you girl.
I keep on telling you I borrow it every time. I know you like to see it on me because I've been showing you what not to look like. That's why I be trying to help
Oh,
you
you
because the
could
mirror
never.
ain't
You
working. So I said
could
the
do that.
mirror's not working.
You
Maybe
could
she
never
need a
do that.
live model to walk around so she can see how busted the wig is. So I'm just trying to make sure I help you out. Well, let's get into it. I'm excited about this. This is one of the shows that's very hot right now. BET finally did it
Mm-hmm.
right. We're not giving them too much kudos because they have let the black community down in so many ways. For as
Yes, because
keeping up with the
remember, like,
times.
essentially, you know, we got into BT at one point in time. We was all into it at Cedars World, College Hill. The girls was giving us the BT Awards, which we
One,
did thoroughly enjoy
106
at one
and
point in
Park.
time. Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
know, AJ and Free 106 in Park, by the way. AJ and Free
Mm-hmm.
106 in Park. Not
Okay,
that
because we like it,
Roxy.
Roxy. We like Roxy. Roxy from New Orleans, actually. So you better watch it.
I didn't care
Um,
for. Didn't Roxy come? Didn't it come out? Roxy was cheating with Lisa Ray's husband.
I don't know
Was
about
Lisa
all that.
Ray's husband?
Well, maybe she's from Jefferson Parish in Louisiana. Yeah, she's from the other city. We all know about that.
Oh,
No,
you
and
were
then Terrence as he wasn't he doing something. He was what he was
annoying, yeah.
doing. He was one of those light skinned
Oh,
boys
you
that
talking
you like
about
you
that
will
time when
fuck
she
him
left?
and just
That
like
time when
leave
she
him.
left the stage?
Huh?
That time when she left the stage? That time when she left the
Yeah.
stage?
Mm-hmm.
He was being
But
annoying and she kept telling him something. I don't know what it was, but she was just over it. I think was being tired of the show. She was just ready for and ready for herself to go.
yeah, because he is annoying. But I heard they were sleeping together. Allegedly, you guys, they were sleeping together.
Allegedly. We gotta put that out there. Allegedly. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Girl, do we even be saying allegedly? Girl, we're gonna get ourselves in trouble. Okay, you guys, everything we're
Gotta start
talking
saying it
about,
every time.
when it's our personal opinion, no, I'm just saying. With this situation, we're gonna say allegedly because I know what I say is the truth. But
Okay,
basically,
girl.
they just said that they were sleeping together or whatever case may be. But like I said, we had a conversation before we even started this podcast today, and basically we was talking about about the BET Awards. What was our last BET Awards? I know a lot of people stopped where we all stopped at, which was 2007.
Essentially.
That was the last BET Awards we did. We talked about.
Let's say this. I know a lot of us stopped at that time, but some of them would come in, and be like, okay, there's a clip online, like
Oh
like
yeah,
a
we're saying
recent
online. We're
one.
saying
Is
as
she in
no,
the
no,
army?
no. We talking about watching the awards, like the whole thing. Yeah, we'll watch a
The
clip.
entire award show.
Everyone our
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah. Oh girl, let me ask you this. Why did they always have that one moment with the gospel songs? And it's like, girl, you have an entire hour plus just raunchy music, and then y'all like, let's take a moment for the gospel music, and it's like, this is so weird.
Okay, you got people wide up, probably was smoking outside. The drinks is on 100, and we up in here about the girl. No, we not. No, we not. Just save that for
About
the
to play
Sunday
Stomp. We're
awards.
about to play Stomp. We
They
about to play
already had
song.
so many awards. They had the movie awards. They had I think they eventually had the comedy awards. They had the hip hop awards. They could have had the gospel award. They could have.
They
They
had the
could have did
Source
that.
Awards. Remember that? Remember the Source Awards?
Mm-hmm. They had a lot of
Wasn't
stuff.
that?
So it's like,
Yeah, they
they
was
even
doing
brought
it.
back
We
the
had a
Soul
lot of good
Train.
ones.
They brought the Soul Train awards back on BET. They brought because at first it used to be on like the
They
CW.
did. Because that's where
Mm-hmm.
Tishina Arnold and Tisha Campbell, that's Tishina Arnold and Tisha Campbell. They host that. And
Mm-hmm.
remember they were sitting there like, yeah, we had to fight for MJ Rodriguez from Pose. They had to fight to get her on there.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. We really need to.
Y'all doing that? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
We need to do better, and I think that's the issue. We
We
really
do.
start having the inclusiveness of it all. Just in general, I feel like again, I was watching this YouTuber or whatever the case may be, and she was talking about it. I'm sorry, you guys, I don't know the name, but I will want to shout her out. And she was just talking about definitely the decline and how Black people wasn't really sticking with it because it's like it wasn't relatable anymore to us. Because she was like at one point that when Homegirl took over, they was doing a lot of Sunday Best. They was doing like a lot of Sunday Best reruns. And the Sunday Best, you guys, is a reality show for gospel singers or whatever case may be.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when Homeboy went off. I forgot his name. I don't know his name. When he went off on Kimbrell, when he was saying she was being rude,
Mm-hmm.
they was laughing. And she
Oh,
want to act like they wasn't laughing at that. See, this is like, she's like, well, I wasn't laughing at you. Yes, you were.
ma'am. Oh, I don't like Kim Burrell, so there's that.
Okay. I really haven't known about her.
You
I
know
probably
why.
know some of her songs, but I haven't known her directly of hearing her name like that. I'm just being real honest, even though I know she's a big gospel singer. So yeah, I don't really
I just know of her name. I couldn't tell you a Kim Burrell song. I don't even know if I know one. I probably do, but do I know it offhand? Like, no. I could give you a good Yolanda Adams.
Oh yeah, we love a
Hello.
little Yolanda Adams, honey.
We sure do. We love a good. We love a good.
Kimbrell had tried to do that. She wanted to flip it where she said, "I never said LGBT. I never said that. I said SIN." I'm so sorry. It's not supposed to be funny, but that shit was funny.
Oh, where she said, "Let God." What was it?
I said SIN. I never said LGBT. I never said that. Just dead. Girl, I'm just over it. I really am. But they were doing a lot of that. And then they went from there. They were showing a lot of reruns, so we didn't really have a lot of shows. I know they had Mary Jane, but I didn't really get into it because probably for one because it was on BET. But I do like Gabrielle Union, so I really wanted to watch
We
it.
love Gabrielle. We stand her.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to say this. I am so proud of Zaya. So proud to see her living her truth and being herself and finding where she wants to be and who she is. It's very rare that young queer kids can do that. And it's just a beautiful thing to see that that's what we're having now. So proud to see that. And it's a good thing to see it during Pride Month. Listen, legendary snaps for Zaya Wade. Legendary snaps for Zaya Wade. That's what I want to say. And that's it.
We do stand her. We do love her. And like I said,
We do.
I really want to get into that show with her in it. But like I said, now they have Tyler Perry mostly over the network. It just feels like he's going to be president over the network, or let alone own it. And we are so tired of Tyler Perry because Tyler Perry writes all his scripts.
Girl.
And you can tell that he's exhausted and tired with the
all of them. And it shows. It shows.
And he can't get
it
someone
shows
to take
from
a real
beginning
wig.
to end. It shows.
And and I was talking to my boyfriend about this. I said it's so funny that I'm not gonna lie, he does hire a lot of black people, but why can't he hire black people that are writers, that are directors, that have great concepts, that have their stories, and that goes to show you that he want to keep all the big money for himself. And I feel like if he wants to uplift black people, get them, like I say, help them out with directing, writing, get them on a mainstream where they can get on other networks and showcase our work and show us. So why is it just that, oh, I want to put them in a movie or whatever case I mean, why can't you help them out with that? I just feel like I don't see that much. I don't see very he writing a whole show for women, and it's like you don't have women writers. You're writing it, and it's like it's coming from a man perspective because it's like even watching Charm. Now, remind you, Charm is good, but in some parts, if you would know, because it was really, written a lot by men, you will see in some points of that show, it was feminine. I mean, it had some femininity in it. It just some parts on the show just was lacking a little bit of. She probably would have did it in this way or something like that. I don't know why I felt like that. Because once I found out a man, I was like, yeah, some parts in there just felt like it could have been written by a man or whatever the case may be. And I think I definitely saw cracks in that at some point. But it's still a good show. Don't get it twisted.
It is.
We fight
She's
for
there.
it, whatever the case may be. So, it's more so that what is your opinions with Tyler Perry with this? I'm sorry, you guys, we definitely got to do a breakdown of BET if we're going to talk about this, because I don't think we really fully had a conversation about this, and especially since June 19th is coming up and they have made it a federal holiday. And I know some black people are having some issues with it. Some are happy, but that'll be another conversation we'll have for later. It will. We'll have that later. So how you feel about it? About Tyler Perry being over this stuff?
I don't enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Oh, wait a minute. The Savage Fenty jockstrap is sold out. That is homophobia.
Girl, it's Pride Month. Don't you think all of them would be sold out, girl? Everybody gonna wear a jockstrap.
I should have got it. I was like, I'm gonna get it. And then I didn't get it at that time. I should have just got it. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. You snooze, you lose your strap, if you know what I mean.
Do you have it?
No, I don't have it.
Do you have it?
Of course not. Milan,
of course not. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, you was talking about the Milan one.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about the other one. I thought you was talking about the one from Fort Trough.
No. I didn't get that one. That's still coming in. I'm
okay.
Still waiting on that or whatever the case may be. So,
I'm waiting until like a sale situation is gonna happen. I think I'm gonna get mine's around then. I'm gonna wait for.
You think you're gonna get?
I'm gonna get something. Yeah, I'm gonna get something.
I don't think you'll get the thing that I got, girl.
No, I probably not. But I feel like over. And there's nothing wrong with okay. He has a target audience. Don't get me wrong. There is a audience for what he does. I just am not that audience. And I think that I would love it if we could kind of skew away from just him being the only highlight of Black entertainers, Black creatives that are doing things for us. Like, I like Issa Rae because I feel like Issa Rae has a writer's room in what she does. And I love that. And her work is great. Don't get me wrong. Her work is amazing.
Absolutely. It's a very good
I love
show.
her for what she does. It is. Insecure. And it's about to end finale. They already filmed the final episode.
And it's
I
just
can't
one
wait
of those
to catch up.
shows, and we're glad that we got it. We definitely need it. And I think the point it did highlight millennials, because we are millennials, and she's one too. And it was finally good for us to see us growing up. You know what I'm saying? In our getting to our 30s and stuff like that. It's
I'm not actually I'm not a millennial. I'm not a millennial actually.
Okay,
I'm Gen Z. I'm just so young. I'm just so young and petite.
And we need We need shows like it. And I love that it's on so many perspectives. It's not only on a woman
Yeah.
perspective, on a man perspective. It's really an open show, and I think that's something that is very good to see. And I'm like, I really enjoyed that part of whatever the case may be. Like I said, we just want more from BET. And we just want, great writing. I mean, I remember one YouTuber, this shit was so funny. She said, "Girl, he got a show coming out called Bruh." She's like, "Now, come on now, let's do better." Oh, and it's so much BET can do, and I feel
oh
like
yeah,
he
he
does
does.
have an audience. Yes, he got a show called Bruh. And he does have an audience, but I feel his audience is targeted towards the people that grew up with him. And I'm not saying that we don't have no millennials, but I feel like we don't have our generation in the room with shows on. You know what I'm saying? Like something that's relatable to us. Because all it is just related to the older
Mm-hmm.
people, like older people versus us. Us getting into it. And I think, and then, because if we're into it, most likely our kids are going to see, because, we got millennials that got kids, they'll be seeing what we watch and then it be something for them. So they can be having kids shows. They can be having so much on BET if they would take the time to learn how to create and get the people and pay people. You don't want to have a network that
At
ain't
one
paying
point in
people.
time, they actually used to have a Black Panther cartoon.
That could have been something they could have been doing. But they don't want
They're
to
doing
do
it
it.
now, actually.
It's so many things.
It's
We don't
either
want
they
no more
don't want to do it or they
reruns.
don't know how to make it happen.
I think the point is they're lazy. And I feel like Tyler Perry hiring him was being lazy. I think it's so many creators you could have found, you could have went out in the streets to find them and put them on or whatever the case may be. And I feel like, especially, let's not talk about, it's no inclusiveness when it comes to the LGBT community. We are just,
True.
we're that character on the side. I don't think we ever gonna get a BET show where the main character is gay and black.
Well, no. I think we do now. I think we do have one.
Where?
I think we do have one. Show that's made by what's her name? What's her name? Lena Waithe. Lena Waithe.
And what is it called? I need to make sure we have it for the record.
It's called 20s or something like that. Hold on, let me look it up. It's like called the 20s. Yeah, it's called 20s. It's on BET. I think they have another one. I think they have two. I think. Don't quote me on that. But I know for sure 20s is by Lena Waithe. It's on BET. And the other one I think is dang, what is that show? It stars hold on. La
And
Milan.
and I gotta see if
Isn't it?
he's flamboyant. We talking about flamboyant gay. We're not talking about just
No, it's
I mean,
Lena Waithe. It's based on Lena Waithe. It's based on Lena
oh,
Waithe.
so it's a lesbian.
Yes.
Okay, well, I want to see us too. I want to see
Yeah.
because, like I said, lesbians they get passes in a lot of situations, even though and let's be clear, it's more
Mm-hmm.
because they fetish size. Let's be very clear. We're not gonna say, and that's not
It
good
is.
either.
It is. It is.
Okay, let's
It
be
is.
very
It is.
clear. But I'm just saying, that's a point of a flamboyant gay man that has a show, and it can be a comedy or something like that. I would definitely love to see that. I don't think we're ever gonna see that, but hey, whatever. I want that. Because I feel like what flamboyant gays, which I am one as myself, is we're the low as the crock. Like we're the disgrace of the black man community for us coming to the heterosexual community, the black heterosexual community, and all
All
heterosexual
right.
community. Let's be very clear about that. And that is the
Okay.
thing.
The other one is Lena Waithe as well. The other one is made by. It is called Boomerang. It's based on an old movie, and so
Yeah, I
they
love the
kind of
movie
like
Boomerang.
that's the other one. So they're both on BET,
And what's that one? That's
and they're both made
Black
by
Gay
Lena
Men.
Waithe.
Is that Black Gay Men that's supposed to be in the
One,
show?
um, I'm not 1000% sure, but I do know for sure it has a lesbian, a Black lesbian. So
Okay,
listen.
well, I stand corrected. So again, they don't.
I mean, no,
They really
listen,
don't.
but we got these are recent. These are recent ones.
No,
So
well,
you're not wrong.
I knew they made one. I remember they was making one because they was in production of making one or whatever case. I mean, when the time I found out, but I still was feeling the type of way, whatever case. And like, is it going to be full? Because I haven't heard no news about it, so I knew.
True.
Even
I
though
didn't
it
really hear
started out,
anything
I
about it
still haven't
either.
heard news about it. So it ain't even popping like that. So I knew it was really something different. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to, like I say, if they had a hit show, had a show what flamboyant gay Black men, they can have some ass in there. We accept everybody, allegedly. In there, that would have been everywhere. We would have heard about it already. I haven't heard
Mm-hmm.
anything about these shows besides that they were in production. I haven't heard anything else since they released. And I follow
That's
Black
true.
people all the time. I follow a lot of Black gay people. No one's been talking about it. Just saying. So they're not doing it right. Okay, you guys, let's get into the show because we can go all day with this. We have been had issues with
Yeah.
BT.
Well,
My nigga
this,
part two.
oh, I want to say this one thing. Rest in peace to Chyna. That was one of my favorite wrestlers. I grew up with her. I thoroughly loved her entire career, as you should know. Obviously, come on now. I was gonna buy that. And she was one of my favorite wrestlers. There's a documentary. Girl, there's a documentary about her. Huh?
No, I'll take the joke later.
Wig. Anyways, so yeah, there's a documentary about her that just came out not too long ago, and it's essentially taking down the World Wrestling Federation for how their mistreatment of Chyna. Mm-hmm. And how they, what they did. They know what they did. And how she felt like the fans forgot her and didn't care or love her anymore, which is, I don't get. I mean, who is a fan, I don't get that because I've always been a person that loved her, and I've always been a person that's like, whenever I talk about wrestling, she's one of the first people I mention because I always talk about Chyna. I love me some Chyna. Favorite wrestlers. So I just want to say that rest in peace to her. She deserves so much better. WWE failed her, especially Vince and all of them. All of them, really. Girl, all of them. Garbage. Anyways, yeah, we can go ahead. We can go ahead and get to it now. That's all I want to say.
Okay. All right, guys. So, where do you want to start?
So we've been watching this new show. By the way, you guys, I am a lord.
I think we did say that. I think we said our names.
I think that was
No,
I think that was before before we started recording.
No, we did. We did.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the show just in case. Just in case, girl. Thank you.
We said it.
We love y'all for real. We're trying so hard.
I want you when it's time to edit. I want you to call me and let me know I'm right. I know what I heard.
A girl. Well, guess what? You're not getting the phone call because you're wrong.
I know. Because you're that girl. You're that hating girl like you've been doing. You've been hating on me, whatever case may be. All right, go start.
Okay, Molly the maid. Put your maid outfit on.
Start it off. Don't get your
So, anyways, after what I just said, Barbara's really interrupted. We're like we said, we went into the long spiel about BET because we used to watch BET, but now that's stopped after a while. Yada yada yada. Y'all got it. So this new this new show spurred off of this. Remember that video I showed you, the that came out last year, like when the pandemic first started, was in the middle of the pandemic, and it was of
Yeah.
Kiely arguing with Farrah.
Yeah, because they already filmed I think it was the same reality show. I think the point is it just didn't work out.
Yeah, they said that it didn't. It wasn't received well, which I'm very confused by that. So, but I don't know, girl. Maybe that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
So this show is kind of fueled from that because we were all pushing for that to become a thing. They decided that they were going to just make it. So they did a new one. It is called BET Presents The
The
Encore.
encore.
Yes. So you wanna go ahead and talk about it a little bit?
Okay. Well, like I said, it starts off. We have all the girls. We have Aubrey.
Mm-hmm.
We have. Oh, hold on. I had to say the white girl first.
What you said?
We have Aubrey from Danny the
What you said?
Kane. I said I had to say the white girl first.
You, you did. It's okay, girl. I know.
We love
Wig.
everybody over here, you
Which
guys. We
we
love
love.
everybody over
We
here.
did. We all of the early 2000s, right?
Yes.
Early 2000s, especially the gays. The Danity Kane fandom is like about 70 to 80% gay.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I can be very strong in assuming that, right?
Yes, it is.
So
They
yeah, if you don't know who
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Dandy Kane is, they gave us such classics. Managed, you know,
Mm-hmm. Showstopper.
the showstopper.
Showstopper. Ow! Bad
Uh,
girl. Bad girl. You
oh
know I'm
yeah,
a
they did give us
bad
that.
girl. Bad girl. I can get
What's
you
that one?
down.
Pretty boy.
Hey.
Wait, what was that song? Pretty boy. What was that song, girl? We going through. But let me just say, yeah, they gave us a lot of classics. Danity Kane gave us a lot of classics, and then they gave us
Absolutely.
drama, and then they gave us drama.
They did. Um, like I said, we grew up with them, especially when they had Making the Band, and this was for all female group with
What's
Diddy.
making the band on MTV, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay, yeah. All right, just making sure.
It was on MTV, and we followed the girls. We really was into the competition. I think I
Oh, we
remember the time when
was.
they did come out. I can't. That's when I was in Houston. That's when I had moved from New Orleans to. Well, I had no choice, but like like it was voluntarily. But no, we moved to Houston. I remember that's around the time when it came out. It was definitely a big deal. We was watching it constantly in our house because all my siblings were into it. So we had our little favorite picks and stuff like that. So yeah,
Do
that
you
reality
remember
show
the
was a big thing.
season? Do you remember the season when he had what's her name? And he was like, I don't want none of y'all. We're just gonna do another season. And he dropped every last girl except what is that girl?
Don?
No, not Dawn. It was what is her name? The girls. It was a bunch of girls, and he just dropped everybody except Andrea Thimbres, the one who was brown, she had black hair. She was the
I,
only white girl that she was Latina. She was Latina. Never mind. It's okay, girl. It's been a
I don't
while.
know. I'm trying to because I think I remember something like that if I'm not mistaken or whatever.
Yeah,
And
it was
then
a whole
they
season. He was getting right to the end of the band. He was all this was going, and then he was like, except Andrea. I'm keeping Andrea. Everybody else can go home. And that was at the ending of that season.
Okay, so what we must have came in. I must have came in on the season after that or whatever. Because I don't think I think I heard it because I know
Probably.
it was mentioned on that season that I watched. So yeah. But yeah, so like I said, we followed these girls. These girls went through a lot of shit, and trust me, they did it. We just putting you through shit you don't even need to put up with. They definitely had to know how to dance because Homegirl did not play that. What's her name? What was her name?
Oh,
What was her
Boom
name?
Cat, Boom Cat.
Boom boom girl, whatever. That's that damn song. She came out with a song. She's like, I can see you in my sleep. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh, her name was Ann something. Gabrielle
Laurie Ann
Ann.
Gibson. Laurie Ann Gibson.
Lauren Ann. Okay, I knew it was Ann something.
Laurie Ann Gibson. Oh, she was oh girl. She was
She did not play. She had whooped
she
them
was on
girls
for
into shape
LGTV
when it
too.
came to this. So you know, and like I said, it really was good. So we followed these girls. We seen them, we loved them, and then of course once they made
Mm-hmm.
a band, and their group was cute. The Danny the Kane, when their name first came out, I was like, girl, what the fuck is a Danny Kane? They explained it was a from a comic book, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I don't know, girl.
It was a comic
I'm gonna
book character,
disagree.
something like that. Dawn was drawing something, and they was like, "Oh, what's that?" And she said, "Danny," and it was like, "Oh, well, that should be the name," and that's how they got the name Danny. That came from Dawn. And the girls just was bringing it, or whatever the case may be. I remember when the album dropped, or whatever, and I went to go get the album, and they didn't knew that the album was gonna sell that much money, and it sold a lot of money. I mean, what it sold that many copies. Sold that many copies, and it was like they were out of stock everywhere because they didn't know they was gonna do so well. So their album did debut at #1, which I'm proud of them and stuff like that. Of course, they went their own separate ways once Diddy had fired them on national TV,
Mm-hmm.
which was stupid. How
Which
you
he
gonna
did.
fire
And
a
we was like,
successful
girl,
group?
what? We was
He
like,
didn't
girl, what?
fire a successful group. Well, I actually wanted to fire Aubrey or whatever case may be, and
Yeah, because he felt like Aubrey was doing too much, which she does. Aubrey did
She
do too
was.
much.
She was doing too much, or whatever the case may be. But I think what really made it a sour, or whatever the case may be, is when because I know because D Woods is a Cancer, by the way, my Cancerian. And I got where she
Okay,
was
okay.
coming for it, or whatever case it be. It's like, nah, I think she shouldn't leave the group, or whatever case it be. I really like her, and I want her to stay in the group. Well, how about you leave too? And I know us
Oh.
cancers, like when you tell us, yeah, he told her that. He's like, oh, well, how about you leave? If you want to say, well, how about you leave too? And she said, you really want that? She's like, okay. And I know us cancers, like when you tell us to leave or like get out or something like that, we take that very hard. We'll be like, okay, but we'll be like, okay, I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna move on. Like when you tell us that you don't want us, we'll be like, okay, cool. Even though he tried to dial back and was like, oh, okay, like I don't want you to step her energy and all that. But you just told me in my face, oh, I can leave the group. I would not want to be in business with a person that just that quick, oh, like, because I'm defending someone. I wouldn't want to be with a person that's hostile like that, like in that kind of setting.
Right.
So she left and she never came back. So I agree with her. I'm like, girl, no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not with a person that's gonna throw me out a group that is successful that they wrote on, especially their second record. They wrote on that record, whatever case may be. They did that, and the album went #1.
It did.
So
Both albums did fantastic. It's because they were good. It was quality music, especially at that time, digging all of what Danity Kane was giving us. We loved all of what Danity Kane gave us.
yeah, and they were good, and we followed these girls. We felt like we knew them, and it was like a different kind of girl group because we grew with them. We see their struggle, we see their
Right.
journey, so it
Right.
made us feel very connected with them in
It
a
felt like
way,
we
and
were a
very
part of
protective
the
of them.
process. It felt like we were a part of the process.
So we had a
Yeah.
special little place in our heart for them, and we would never, like I said, we love them girls, and I feel like they could have went definitely way farther. They just is a bitch, and like I said, he just like I said again disbanded the group on live television, which was stupid.
Right.
But
It was.
okay,
Except
whatever.
I'm not really a fan of Aubrey O'Day.
Yeah.
Um, Partly because she was sleeping with that cult member's his child, his son, and she
hmm
still wants to be with him. She still wants to be with him.
Girl, if you could see my face.
I know
No,
that,
it's like we
and
about to introduce the
I didn't like
girls.
how that whole situation between her and Don went. I didn't like that.
Oh yeah, it
When she
was
put the white
Sean.
woman, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Hmm. And she know Dawn
But
from New
that's neither here
Orleans.
nor
Dawn will punch her in her face. Well, what
I
she did.
believe it. No,
She.
because if you okay, from watching the show, I could see somebody wanting to punch her in her face. Somebody,
Mm-hmm.
because she say slick things to the girls.
Mm-hmm. She does.
What sign is she? What sign is she?
She's an Aries.
Oh, okay. Well,
Mm-hmm. She is. So, and like I said, but like I said, we feel like she's good for the show, and
yeah, she is.
we'll let her ride or whatever the case may be. So that's on Aubrey. I guess the next group we can talk about is Cherish, Fallon, and Felicia, the
Shawty is a
drama
killer.
queens. Hmm. And we love Cherish. We love Cherish. Cherish is those girls. They always been
Actually, you
those
guys,
girls.
we just did if you listen to our previous podcast about can you turn that up? The music one, we mentioned Cherish in that.
Oh yeah, we did, and we love Cherish. I love me some Cherish. I definitely wanted them to win. I wasn't a fan of the first album. I never listened to the second album, but the first album wasn't that good. I was expecting so much more. Again, we already had the conversation. I said that once I found out Jazzy Faye was going to be producing that album, I was already be like, you know what? I'm not gonna like this. It's gonna be that same old one trick pony. That bum bum. You know his music. He do that little bum
Mm-hmm.
bum. It's like that little ball bouncing kind of music that he
With
have in his music. Look, listen, look. If you hear 1-2 step, and after you listen to 1-2 step from Sierra by Sierra and Missy Ellie, every song that he is producing or he did the beat on, I bet you they have some kind of beat from 1-2 step. Bet you. I guarantee you, they will. I'm not making this up, girl. I can.
wait a minute, wait a minute. All of them were sisters and they broke up?
Yeah.
Oh girl.
I thought
Okay.
you knew they were sisters.
I did, but I don't know. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yes. All of my sisters. They're the youngest. All of them
Okay, that
sisters,
makes
and
sense.
that's why it was saying because if they said it was 18 at that time, because now we found out that they're like 37, right? Because what they were saying like they was 18. I remember they when they came out
Yeah,
and
yeah.
said they was promoting the album because I was following Cherish. You guys can correct me on the comments if you want. But I remember that, and it was like, oh yeah, we're 18 or whatever, because we just turned 18 or whatever case may be. And I think they went with that so it can make the other girls look a little bit younger that were older because we knew they were older sisters, you know.
Right.
So once that, like I said, so then when I found out the age, I'm like, oh girl, they was lying. That case maybe it was lying, but yeah, we stand Cherish. We love do it, do it, do it. We love unappreciated. We love Killer. We just didn't really care for the album. It
Yeah.
could have been a little
I,
bit better.
I did love Killer though, the song. Shawty is a killer. I did love that.
Mm-hmm. And I was so proud of them when they came out with that song. I was like, girl, look at you girls showing out.
Look at y'all.
So like I said, we stand them.
Yeah, they
We
were
stand.
fun. They were good. That whole snap era, that whole crunk and beat era, they were great for that. They were great.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved Unappreciated. That was cute.
Feeling unappreciated, babe. Taking
Mm-mm,
my love
mm-mm,
for
mm-mm,
granted,
mm-mm,
babe.
mm-mm. I'm so sorry, you guys. Y'all didn't have.
Girl, I know
I'm
I
gonna cut it.
sound like Simon Cowell is trying to call a girl.
Oh Lord, if you can, please cut that out.
Girl, please. You know I'm singing the song like it need to be sung. So we have the them, and we have the girls from 702,
Uh-huh.
Irish, and what's her name?
Lamisha.
Lamisha. And we love them. Where my girls at? From the front
From
to
the
back.
front
Mm-hmm.
let me
Can you
keep
repeat that?
that.
Take my
One
mask.
take,
Oh,
I don't really
you
wanna.
down the rooms.
Oh
Can't
wait,
get
no, no,
close
no.
to
You gotta get the other song. You gotta get the other song. I don't really wanna go
girl. I don't really. Can we get together?
together. There you go.
Ooh.
702.
Then
You
we
know we love
got.
them. We love them.
Then we got Pamela. What's her name? Pamela? Pamela? Pamela?
Reverend Pamela.
Pam from Toto. You got me tripping. Oh,
Wait.
there you are, looking at me. Tell me, oh,
Wait.
I don't want no one else but you. Tell me what you wanna do. Oh, that was the song. Tell me. Oh, that was my song there. So we definitely love us. Total, maybe.
Yeah.
Um, Total, and who else do we have? Nivea.
Nip.
Nivea.
Don't mess with my man. I'ma be the one to break him to you. Mhm.
Oh my girls, with your hair fixed and your nails done.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
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 Get a
Got a
drink,
drink.
get
Get
another one,
another one.
make them pay
Make him.
for it.
We
Hey,
stand
la la
Nivea.
la la
Oh,
la 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 la
we
la.
stand Nivea in this household and over on her household as well. We stand,
Yeah, we really, really do. Um,
and
we
we also
got
have Shamari DeVoe
Shamari.
from
Oh,
Belay.
baby, bring it on to me.
Mhm.
Bring it on. I don't need no fancy cars or diamond ring. Oh, I don't. Oh, and my favorite is As If. As If. Never gonna take you back as if it's never gonna come to the.
Oh, it was
Oh, I
okay.
love
So
that
it
song.
actually was produced, and our other favorite, but we can't sing it. So,
Huh?
and the other favorite, but I can't
Oh.
sing it.
Boom like an 808. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Circles
Wig
like
and
a
feel.
hey, feels from head to toe. Now hold on to me. They were my girls. Black was one of my favorite groups. This was one of my favorite groups that I
Yeah,
got into in the 90s,
we all
especially
love
around the
them.
time when I started really getting into music. So they were definitely my first favorite girl group. They had TLC. They was all right. I wasn't into TLC like that, but they were good. They had good music. I never said they didn't. But they just wasn't my
Exactly.
group. I don't know. It's just like some groups that, like, when you first, develop of getting into music, and you finally get that artist that's, new and fresh, and they were new and fresh, and I
Yes,
clinged on to them, and I wanted them to win. I was so upset that, they wasn't able to do more, and then they definitely lost a band member as well.
that's
So,
true.
and I love
Oh,
Shamari.
wait. We're forgetting somebody.
Oh no, we ain't finished yet. We got Kiely from Cheetah Girls.
I'm getting a little tired of your broken promises, promises. You
No
did it wrong. You did it
more,
wrong. You
no
did it
more.
wrong. You did it wrong. You did it wrong. You
What?
did it wrong. You gotta promises, promises.
Oh girl, I love that she did that. She did that. That's
She
been
did it for,
trending.
she did
That's
that
been
for us.
trending when she did it on the show. Cause they was already making fun of her on TikTok and stuff like that. So they was like, oh, okay. And she did it again, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, oh, Keely. And, like I said, we do not stand Keely because Keely did some messed up things in the group.
Threw chicken. She threw
Okay, she
chicken.
said, she said, oh, I love Aubrey. All thing I knew about her is throwing bucket chicken. You know what? Some people just is so messy. I don't even know, like, girl, last time I heard about her, girl, she was throwing chicken. That's what I remember. If she
Mm,
want to talk about something, that's when you get your petty on. You know,
You
I love when
know,
we so petty. I love
you
it.
know, yes, absolutely.
I would never let her live that girl. Oh, girl, wash your chicken. She like to throw it. I mean, I would be finding any reason to fuck with her. Oh Lord.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that is the full sum of it all for us. The cast
Hmm.
people that are on the show that they're supposed to come together and make one album within 1 month. Now, all these girls are different eras. Let's be very clear, and
Yes.
different ages, whatever case may be, as well. But they mostly specialize in almost the same kind of music: R&B,
Yeah,
pop.
like R and
You
B,
know.
pop, R&B pop area. They're all kind of in the
Yeah.
same ish area. I feel
The
like
oldest
maybe
is Total.
yes.
The oldest is Total, and then you have 702, and then you have 3LW, and then you have no, hold on, 702, and then you have Black. Then
Uh
you
huh.
have 3LW, and then you have Danny the Kane. And Nivea, no, Nivea was in there too. Well, I'm saying for as the group area, Nivea comes in 2003 or four,
I think so.
3 or 4. No, two. Because remember, she was on Mystical Song. It's been all. Yeah, so
So
I think.
you tell
Mhm.
me what it is that you want to see. Yeah, I love that song. You
So
know,
she was.
all this time, I thought that was Khalees. I don't know why I thought that was Khalees.
Mm-hmm. And and like I said, these girls are all pretty and all sweet. So let's go down the point of okay. Well, like I said, we'll hit everything on those high starters. So they started with all the girls come in the room and they introduce themselves. They all talking and trying to get to know. Some of them don't know each other, whatever case may be. For as the 702 girls and the Total girls, they probably don't know them that much because they haven't been out there for as the recent, the past the eras. Like I said, these are different eras, and sometimes artists don't know each other. So, but they pretty much so they know them or whatever case may be.
Hmm.
And they come in and they're talking, trying to get to know each other, and then again, Kiely comes out of nowhere and says she's the creative director, and then that's
No, no,
where
no.
shit hits the fan.
Let's start off here. Let's start with the fact that Cherish came in and was like, "Oh, I thought we was gonna have people under 40," and it's like, "Girl, y'all are hop, skip, and jump away from 40."
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a little weird. I was like, "Okay, I understand. That's fine." But y'all are doing too much with this. Oh, they old. Girl, y'all not that far off.
And then
And
at
then
all.
then everybody came in, cool. They was doing that's fine. Then Keely came in and was like, "Yeah, I'm creative director." And that's when the straw broke the camel's back.
That's all they needed. Cause they're like, girl, no, you're not gonna be creative director, girl. We thought you were supposed to be in a group, and who are you to give directions? Or whatever case may be. So, that started out. They said, no, you just don't need to be here. Basically, they said, like, look, if you ain't here to be in the group, you don't need to be here because we don't need no creative director. At the end of the day, when you got a group of 8 women in a room, and well, in this sense, I'm not going to add her in. You got 7 group of women that has their own experience and their own creativity of what they want to bring, and you're in the same predicament of them. Like we all was in the band that eventually broke up,
Right.
or whatever case may be. So, who are you to give me advice? Their creative director, and it's Keely. Come, kid,
Keely.
girl. Now I don't know who said that,
Keely.
but someone said that. They said, "How's she gonna talk?" She was in 2 groups that both broke up.
Exactly.
Right.
Both broke up because somebody didn't want to be in it. Well, the first one they broke up because y'all threw chicken at that girl. Come on now. What's wrong
Mm-hmm.
with y'all? And y'all couldn't recover from that. Because remember they had a new girl in that new album because they had that other song that was cute. I actually like the song by the way. But they couldn't recover from what they did. So it was like, girl, it's a wrap for y'all.
Yeah. So that's where it really started at and all that. And Fallon and Felicia, I didn't know their mouth was slick. Well, we already knew it was slick once they came in, but I didn't know that at first. Let's be very clear about these girls. And they are just going in. And let me tell you, they got some twins. When they get together, it can be a good thing or a bad thing. And this shit was a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Because, again, we need the drama. So that's good. Now, them being the way... look, they were good. I enjoyed it. And basically, they was getting them together and stuff like that. It did felt like a little cliquish, as well, like gaining up. Because everybody was saying, like, who are you to be creative directive and stuff like that. And what's her name? The girl from 702, she spoke out. And then that's when she was like, well, she was like, something like, I'm like, came to the point of saying, like, oh, you don't know my name. Like, you don't know me. Yeah, I don't know you. What's your name? I don't know. I think it was something like that. And then homegirl's like, you don't know her name? No, I don't know her name. I don't know who she is. Who are you? And I don't think in the sense she was trying to be funny, but I don't like that because sometimes people may not know who you are, and it's not a dig. It's just the point that a person probably not know who you are. This is not a Mariah Carey and a Jennifer Lopez moment. I really don't know who you are. So who are you? At the end of the day. Now, we haven't forgot about that thing going around. Hello?
You don't want to be like Hazel and not know your people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You don't want to be Hazel.
Girl, we ain't got time for Yolanda. Fix my life. Ilana,
Pop
fix
my
my life.
butt. Pop my butt.
Say that to Harry Tubman. I'm gonna say, let me tell you something, lady. I know damn well I'm not gonna say this to her. Because she would not have gotten me to say that. I'm like, how much Yolanda was paying to be on that show? Because I'm just saying, hell no, I'm not gonna say that to your Harry Tubman. What the hell? Girl. You tell her.
What did that mean to her? Oh.
Not gonna let her embarrass y'all like that. Girl, I would have had Yolanda fighting for her life. Because I would have been like,
And
girl, I'm not gonna care.
she would have did you like she did that man when she kicked him out of the house.
Oh, lock his ass out. Lock his ass out. Let him stay there. Let me tell you how we're gonna do this. Keep his ass outside.
Ooh, oh, that was fantastic.
On the bed with the 27. How many kids he had? So many kids. She said, I told you I was gonna blow your damn life.
The man where she had him carry all the kids. She had him carry those baby dolls. Girl.
You don't have a conversation with the babies? You go talk to the woman to find out. We stay
That woman.
She's
fun. She can help, but she understands that this is about entertainment at the end of the day. You don't have to help them. We want to be
like she does.
entertained.
I think the tools that she gives them, if they do use it or whatever, because I feel like she gives them tools, but they need to have somebody that's going to help them work through to get to using that. And I feel like we can only do so much as a point of, what she's, because I know like she does have a lot of therapists
it's still reality television. It's like, excuse me, you have to be able to mix teaching people, but also making sure that your audience is entertained. So it's like her shenanigans sometimes may be helpful. They don't seem that helpful, but it's the fact that it's the shenanigans for us that it's entertaining. It's like, oh, you're doing, girl, why are you taking this woman into the bathroom and having her eat in the bathroom? That's the point. We just like her because shenanigans. That's what Iyanla is.
I remember the guy. He was He was crying, the one with all the kids, and he had the baby mamas in front of him, and he was crying and all that. And then she was like trying to get him. She said, "Put that down! Don't you hand that? What you handing him? Did you what? These ain't tears. I know what real tears are." I'm like, oh, oh Lord, girl.
Or my favorite, where she told that when she was like, do you want an apology? Is that what you want? Well, you're not gonna get it.
When she told Shay for loving hip hop, we're done because I told you you're not gonna talk to me. I have not gave you permission to talk to me like that, so we done. She did not talk to her after that, and they had like I think they had another episode. No, I think that was the last episode, but they had a couple of days during that episode process, and she's like, I told you I'm not gonna talk to you no more. She said you can have a conversation with all them, but I told you I haven't gave you permission to talk to me like that. So y'all talk. And walked out the room. I'm like, Deanna, how you gonna walk out your own show? Girl.
Girl.
I can't.
Quality. Quality.
We stand her. So let's get back to the show.
Sorry, y'all. We detour.
I feel like we gotta do a part 2 of this because girl,
we might have to.
We might have to. Because, guys, we went in because we wanted to definitely give you our opinions on the girls as well.
And plus we want to talk about episode 2. We want to talk about both episodes.
Absolutely. So, I don't know. Maybe we should probably put a pin in this. You think so?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Because, yeah. We'll put a pin in it. We're gonna like I said, we left off on the situation of talking about the girls, Fallon and Felicia, whatever the case may be, getting on Kiely and stuff like that before the blow up. So that'll be our part 2, and we can go through the whole episode because we gave you guys the background stories on all the girls.
Yeah, and we kind of gave you the characters, our knowledge of them, and other things. So I think we kind of gave you a little bit of what we were going to do. But part 2, we're definitely going to dig into episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're probably going to have a third. We probably, by the time we do part 2, we're going to have a third episode. So we're going to,
Oh, no, we're going to be able to squeeze it in. I think we're going to be able to squeeze it.
You're right. We'll figure it out. We'll
We're ready to do it. And plus, we had to give you guys a background story on BET and how we feel as Black people, Black queer people as well.
Yes, we definitely have to do that, and that'll be a good little part 3 if we do it. If we take the time how I think we're going to end up taking the time, that might be part 3.
Okay, we're gonna do it. All right, you guys, let's go on. We're gonna catch you guys next week.
Yeah, we're not saying goodbye, but we're saying we'll see you next week. We'll see you later.
To be continued.
We'll come back.
To be continued. This is our first time ever doing this. And really, it's our first time ever. Huh?
It's not. It's not.
It is. Well, that I can remember.
We've done a cliffhanger episode before. Well, all right, you guys. I am Oh Lord.
And this is Ty Ho.
And this is the TL show.
Mm-hmm.
Some tired singing heifers that just want to form a group and show you guys that we still got it. That's what we want to do.
And I'm the lead, so I'm already,
Oh no. See, that's why the band not going nowhere. She's the lead.
Oh, it's gonna go somewhere.
She's giving you guys she's giving you guys she's giving you guys Pamela with the dancing, Lamisha with the singing.
Girl, all right, you guys, bye. I don't have time for this.
Bye.
I got better things to do in my life than argue with you. Because you ain't gonna go outside, so I don't know why I'm arguing with you.
Pamela does not fight. She prays about it.
Bye.
Bye.